I was looking at the Kovaaks Reddit one day and I noticed so many players have different setups. Do these setups actually matter, or can you make anything work? If so, how do we know which one we perform the best on? So I decided to figure out a way to test which crosshair is the best for me. In theory, you could do this technique with themes, hit sounds, or even video settings. But today I wanted to keep it simple and simply focus on my crosshair. Now, how do we do this? It's very simple. Record yourself playing the exact same scenario over and over and over again, trying out all your crosshairs, rewatching the VOD, comparing scores and stats until you find the one that's really for you. It's really important to use scenarios that challenge you. I recommend faster static scenarios like pressure aiming or target switching scenarios, since they often involve most forms of aim training. I want you to keep a good eye on the accuracy stat here, and if some crosshairs had higher or lower accuracy. And I want you to see if any of these crosshairs have any correlation. Maybe you do great with smaller crosshairs, maybe ones with a gap. That's for you to figure out. We can take it one step deeper. Again, taking a look at the accuracy stat more so than your score. And often, replaying the scenario multiple times with the crosshair you perform the best on to make sure it's the one for you. Or even performing more specific scenarios like static or tracking to see if the results are the same on all aspects of aim. Keep in mind though, you can do great in Kovaaks, but do worse in game. Now this is really hard to track, but it's up to you to feel if there's a noticeable difference in game or not. Can be hard to keep track of all the crosshairs, so I recommend like writing them down and writing the results you're getting. Sometimes you might just get a good run, and that might give you the impression that you're doing better when in fact you're not. So it's really important to test it out, and it takes a long time. That's why it's really important for you to also go off feels and watching your VODs to accurately see if they hit your flaws or not. So if you're doing something like target switching, you want to avoid any type of shakiness. You want to do direct lines and you want it to be really smooth. And if you're tracking, you want to avoid any over or under flicking or any shakiness. If you see these in a maybe specific type of crosshair, maybe you should avoid that crosshair even if you get better scores in it. That's it, and I really hope it helps. If you liked it and this helped you find your crosshair, hit that sub button, baby.